Mr. Vikram Nair.
Chairman, the world today is increasingly interconnected. The Business Times reported that 70% of Singaporeans are active social media users on the go, more than double the global average. This means that Singaporeans are also more easily exposed to false news and pressures found online, which could tear at our social fabric. The threat of fake news is pervasive and insidious. On social media, articles and stories usually go viral and get circulated because they're sensational or they corroborate one's own beliefs and views. However, it is not always possible to verify the truth of stories being circulated. This makes it fertile grounds for the spreading of fake news. To make matters worse, fake news is also usually profitable. Revenues generated online are usually correlated to eyeballs and circulation, not the truth or quality of the stories involved. One just needs to share sensational stories without having to pay journalists to actually investigate and report the truth. Thus, in an environment where purveyors can make profits by keeping costs low and getting wide circulation, traditional media companies that do real investigation and report real news, which is usually less sensational, are suffering, with readerships dropping for traditional news providers. This is a double whammy because it means that fake news ends up circulating while real news, which requires paid subscriptions, is suffering and struggles to counteract the fake news. An even more worrying development is the allegation that state actors may also be involved in using fake news to influence the politics of other countries. I think our foreign minister very kindly confirmed that this was the case in Singapore as well, although he was probably too diplomatic to name the state actors involved. The most shocking of the recent allegations have in fact occurred in the greatest power, the US, where allegations are being made in some quarters of the US that there was Russian interference in their elections. It is already common ground that there was a great deal of fake news being circulated in the last US elections, with candidates on both sides being victims of fake news stories. Is MINDEF concerned about this threat of fake news for our defense, particularly where it comes from state actors? If so, what steps does MINDEF intend to take to combat the threats from fake news?